you mean to tell me after 15 long months, Amazon felt the need to make this type of change? And don't talk to me about the cost of office space. That's not my concern as an employee. Don't talk to me about work productivity being highest when people are in office. So is stress. Only companies willing to pay six figures and better should have those kind of demands. If you are offering people $50,000, $40,000 to work 9 to 5s, 5 days a week with no flexibility, shame on you. Welcome back to the channel. This is Can I Be Ernest? For those of you new to the channel, when I'm not making videos of interest, I'm usually doing social commentary. Why, you may ask? Because everyone else does. You see the title, you know what this is about. After 15 months, Amazon has now put a kibosh on the whole hybrid schedule, requiring their corporate employees to return to office Monday through Friday. And I have a problem with it. No, I'm not an Amazon employee, but I do have a problem with corporations not keeping up with the times. We are in 2024, if you didn't notice, and there is still an obsession with control when it comes to employers. They still wish to operate as if it was prehistoric times. The 9 to 5 routine, which has proven to stress employees out. Now, if you're one of those employees who loves being in the office and can't wait to get away from the spouse or the kids or your siblings, then this isn't for you. But if you're an employee who loves options, I would suggest you continue to watch. Options are good. And for some apparent reason, employers just have a thing for control and making sure they stick to the status quo. No matter what the situation, it doesn't matter. They try to con us with this whole work-life balance, and it's not true. They don't care about your work-life balance. There are a few of you who love your job and love everything your job offers. But for the vast majority of us, these jobs do not care. If they truly cared, then post-pandemic, the option to work remotely or continue with a hybrid schedule will continue until the end of time. If they cared, but they don't. See, here's the thing. I'm finding that a lot of employers are tone deaf. You can tell me the stats until you're blue in the face that work productivity is highest when employers are in office. So is stress. No one seems to consider that for some reason. The stressful commute, whether it's an hour, whether it's a half hour, traffic, delays, broken down vehicle, broken down public transportation, the in-office antics, the in-office personality types, germs, this, that. You have employees who visibly show their disgust, whether they're wearing earbuds and earphones all day because they don't want to be bothered. Those who eat lunch in their car, those who just don't want to be in the environment. All of these types of employees exist, and I'm finding it odd that employers don't pay attention to this. They can't really think that everyone's excited to be in the office. They can't. Now, I know they don't care about all this stuff. They don't care about my feelings. They don't care about your feelings. They care about the bottom line, profit, productivity. If employers truly wanted a better environment, they would give employees options. Amazon is wrong for that if they're not paying their employees six figures or better. Sorry, just my opinion. Any employer who's not paying six figures or better shouldn't have control, shouldn't be able to dictate my work week. If I'm an employee of yours, why not orchestrate the following? Why not allow employees to construct their own schedule within business hours? If you're an early riser like myself, allow me to enter your building at 6:30 in the morning and depart by 1 p.m. and maybe finish the rest of my day at home. That way I have a good work-life balance. Get it? See, that it's not impossible. Other countries have implemented different structures to make the workday flow, to keep employees happy for years on out. But for some reason, we don't want to do that here. There's this crack the whip mentality with the 9 to 5 structure. And I get it. There are other professions that allow their employees to create, 4-day, 10-hour work shifts, medical staff, things of that nature. And I totally understand the idea that certain professions require a physical appearance. Police, fire, construction, medical staff, so on and so forth. But for those of us who do financial work, those of us who do real estate work, work in call centers, why not offer the ability to work from home? It only makes sense. And again, you can throw numbers at me till you're blue in the face. If work productivity declines with an employee being at home, what do? You terminate them. You take away their option. There's this thing with control. Think about when you're a child, you're under the control of your parent, your guardian for 18 years or so. And then as a young adult, you enter the workforce and you're under the watchful eye of an employer for 20, 30, 40 years. By the time you reach 65 and you've developed a few more grays and a few more wrinkles, then is when you can have some type of freedom. Now, there are plenty of you watching who have freedom because you don't want to work the 9 to 5 and you've created your own business. There's some of you out here who just do odd jobs, so you still have the freedom and the flexibility. But for those who want structure, they have to rely on the 9 to 5 because 9 to 5 offers that. And that's how they get us. They get us with the structure. They get us with the 401k plan. They get us with the PTO. They get us with the health insurance. All of those sweet things that keep you at your desk for years in, years out. But there's hope. Personally, I've figured this out. No longer do I allow jobs to dictate my livelihood. I have a plan to get in. I milk the job for what I need it for, and then I get out. It's not hard. You don't need a spouse to do it. You don't need millions of dollars in your bank account. You just need to think and create a blueprint. That's really all that it requires. Now, if you're a young person who wishes to work an 8-hour shift Monday through Friday for most of your life, that's fine. There's no knock. The point of this video is that employers refuse to give their employees options that are for the betterment of the employee. We shouldn't want to go into the office on a Monday morning and counting down the seconds to Friday. That happens. We shouldn't have to feel this way. You can't try to sell me on the idea that you have a gym in the building. You can't try to sell me on the idea that there's a ping pong table or air hockey. That doesn't work. What makes the employee happy are options. And Amazon doesn't get it. And you would think an innovative company like Amazon would. But again, this is a control thing. Let's control these guys. Let's milk them for 20, 30, 40 years. Bribe them with all these beautiful benefits. And then off you go into retirement land. Not how it should work. Not how it should work. So if you're somebody who wishes to get out of the 9 to 5, don't frown at it. Just come up with a plan. Figure it out. Figure out how you're going to milk this job and then depart. People look at my resume and are just stunned of the versatility because I give myself a deadline with most jobs. No longer do you have to stay at a job for 20 years and 30 years. Most jobs aren't even offering pensions in 2024. Those days are done. So you have to develop a game plan so you don't fall victim like some of the employees at Amazon who are probably irate, probably furious at the idea that their 15-month hybrid schedule is no longer. Jobs can just pull the rug right from underneath you at no notice, and then you're stuck. I'm sure there are plenty Amazon employees looking for new jobs right now, looking for flexibility. It was proven during the pandemic that people can work from home. It was proven long before the pandemic. For credit card companies, insurance companies, working from the comfort of their home. The work cycle is draining. There's a reason for the Great Resignation. It's not only because young people are lazy. You have plenty of old people who are just fed up. They want options. They want to really take advantage of the work-life balance. Don't let these jobs fool you, telling you that they believe in a work-life balance, but they want you in the office 5 days a week for 8 hours straight, maybe more. It's lies. Think smart, create a plan. That way you don't fall victim.